In education, we are constantly striving to find better ways to integrate technology and to maximize the efficacy of instructional interventions. To that end, a problem was posed. Take an intervention that required teachers to cut out individual letter tiles to form words. That meant hundreds of little bags with thousands of little letters. Not only time consuming to set up, but it takes time to facilitate having to get new bags and put away letters. Time that could be used to increase the number of words used in the intervention. We set out with several must-have criteria. The student and the teacher would use these together. It would capture student work, and it could be expanded to not only include individual instruction, but small group and whole class use as well. Meant to be a way for the child and teacher to physically manipulate letter tiles to form words and then talk about the words in a more efficient way. To facilitate meta-linguistic dialogue, incorporate tactile movement, and develop a sequence of words from an archive. To that end, we present WordWork. Let's take a tour of what WordWork does and how it can improve instructional interventions in the classroom. This is the main WordWork user interface and login screen. The user can select their username and password, and once they log in, they'll be able to log into either the teacher or the student portal depending on their user credentials. We'll start with the student portal, and in this case you can see the student's name and an avatar, and it could be clip art or a photograph of the student. And you will see badges that can be assigned by the teacher along with their description. Once a student is ready to start this application with their teacher, they would hit the Start button. And if the teacher is not available or is not ready for the student to go through the words that are assigned to them or the letter sets that are assigned to them, they would see this screen. This is so the teacher can control when the student has access to the letter sets that are available to them. This can be locked and unlocked at the teacher's discretion. Let's assume that the teacher is given access and the student's ready to start. All they have to do is click and drag these letters. So we'll spell hop, and they can submit those letters to the teacher. The teacher would then be able to see what letter sets and letter combinations were submitted by the student in the back end of the teacher portal. So let's say the student did spell hop, and the teacher wanted to expand that, and the student could spell hope, and again, submit that. The interface was designed to give students the opportunity to use the application within the intervention without distraction. Sounds and pictures were omitted to not give students hints as to what the words were and to not distract from the student's experience. Now let's take a look at the teacher portal. The teacher would see each student. They'd be able to see metrics of the student, for instance, letter sets that they had submitted or tracking or any kind of notes the teacher had left with the student or for that particular student. And here you have an administration tab. Here the teacher can select a student. They can unlock or lock that student's access to the application. They can see the letter sets that are currently assigned to that student. They can add letters. To either a selected student, in this case Larry, or to all students, and add those letters. They can also grant badges to the student that is selected. The WordWork application was designed to eliminate the need for thousands of pieces of paper in hundreds of plastic bags. The WordWork application gives teachers the freedom and flexibility to use more time for the student intervention and to be able to track student data, metrics, and comments. The WordWork application allows teachers to use this intervention in a more efficient way to help their students going forward.